As you know, has 4 nominations, and he is also guest hosting tonight as Kelsey Ballerini has COVID and she is at home, and she will be hosting from home and also performing her new single. We have Breland and Mickey Guyton also have 3 nominations apiece. The hottest award of the night is Video of the Year, obviously at the CMT Music Awards. And in that case, we're looking at a situation where Carrie Underwood could win 10 CMT Music Video Awards tonight for Video of the Year. That's unprecedented. It's going to be a wonderful evening. We have our red carpet here tonight, and there are artists coming down the carpet currently. Please stay tuned here at the Tennessean for all of this and more.
It's already on.
Mr. Marcus Dowling. How are you?
Pleasure to see you.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Oh my God, you're so gosh.
Amazing. Awesome. Do what we can.
Hey, you want to
So
talk
we want to do this? Absolutely. So we have a mic. You have a mic right here. Hannah, you got your own mic right here.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You want me to stand here?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, absolutely.
Where's the camera?
So this is Marcus
Hello.
K. Dowling,
This is my better side.
Nashville country music reporter with the Tennessean, and I am here with one of my favorite people in country music right now, Hannah
Woo!
Damn Dasher.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. Guilty.
Of course. So CMT Next Woman in Country class, you're a part of
That's
it.
right.
You've done this before. So like thoughts about that and thoughts about CMT as a family.
Oh my goodness. Well, CMT is even dearer to my heart because I've learned that I'm co-hosting the red carpet tonight later.
Right.
But CMT Awards used to be the Music City News Awards. So that's where Randy Travis made his debut and Alan Jackson debuted Don't Rock the Jukebox. And all of my favorites made their TV debut, singing all the great hits. And those awards, that award show turned into what is now the CMT Awards. So we're carrying on that tradition. And so I've taken some of my heroes with me.
Oh, I love it. So I saw you on stage last night
Oh,
for Tanya Tucker.
Tanya Tucker, yes.
Yes. So talk to me about I feel like you're instantaneously timeless as an artist. You have something going on right now that really carries forth, like, a lot of Tanya's spirit and a lot of other artists in that similar vein. So thoughts about that?
It was such a bucket list thing to sing Delta Dawn
Yes.
at the Ryman
Right.
with Brenda Lee on stage and my girl Hillary Williams, Hank's daughter. I'm a big Hank fan, obviously. So, but yes, I'm retro. I've always been an old soul, and I've always just felt the need to carry what I love forward. And when that meets whatever I am that's fresh, it becomes the sound, and I'm happy to have a place in the industry.
Right. Final question. The
Music's coming out. I just finished the last half of my album.
Well,
coming out later this year.
congratulations.
Yes. How about the judge? What about them?
Yeah, okay. I wanted to ask about the judge. This is their first time performing on an award show in 20 years
Yes,
together.
right. 20.
So, what is your favorite Judd's moment and why?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm hoping my favorite judge moment's going to be tonight. I've not seen them live. I've seen Winona.
Okay.
And I'm a huge fan. I don't know whose hair is going to be bigger, Naomi's or mine. Hint, hint. But I'm so excited that they're getting back together, and I'm so excited that they're going on tour.
Absolutely.
You
Well,
never know who might be coming with them. Never know.
okay. Well, all right then. So, thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in there.
Marcus, it's a pleasure.
A pleasure.
Baby.
Right on. Have a good one. Of course you do.
Right here?
Yeah. Megan, long time no see. How's it going?
No, good. How are you?
I am fantastic. And you have a new single here, number 3 on the blues chart right now.
Yeah, that's
Blues.
blues. I know.
Related to country.
Related to country. Yeah.
Thoughts about that in the sense of country's an expanding marketplace these days.
It is. Well, I feel like country, is rooted in the blues, and it kind of comes from there. So it's kind of like coming full circle and getting back to my Louisiana roots because
Oh, I'm aware.
I
Yeah.
was born and raised in New Orleans, and so I'm just getting back to my original upbringing and sound. So it's exciting.
Absolutely. So, thoughts about being here at CMT Awards at the Municipal Auditorium, which is a legendary venue, honestly.
Yeah, it's really
And
cool.
yeah, so any thoughts about that? When you walk around the concourse, you see these old ticket stubs.
Yeah.
And just classic artists that make you think about this era of music as well.
Yeah, I think it's inspiring because it's that's what we're all aspiring to be, right? Is to get to that point where people are like, oh, it's really cool to be in the place where they walked and did the CMT Awards,
Right. So you've done a lot of duets as well. It's the final question, and I wanted to ask, who's your favorite partner and why?
Probably my husband.
Okay.
For obvious reasons.
Right, but outside of your husband.
Outside of my husband.
You've sang with some really incredible people. So.
You know what? My favorite person that I collabed with is probably Aloe Black.
Oh my God.
We did 2 songs on my last album, and we sang one, but then was a duet we sang together.
I need a full Americana album from Aloe at some point.
I
think that
know.
would be
I
good.
think he'll do it. He is all about the country music, and he's all about Nashville, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got to get him down here and get him in a cowboy hat,
Sounds like a win. I'm here for it. I'll lend him one of mine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you on the
Yeah,
inside.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Good to see you.
All righty.
Harper Grae next from CMT's Next Woman
Okay,
in
yeah,
Country.
no problem. Absolutely. Hi.
Hi, this is Harper.
Marcus
Hi.
Dowling.
I'm
Pleasure.
Harper.
Good
Nice
see
to
you.
meet
Yeah, let's
you.
grab you on the mic here. So, one of my favorite things to do as a reporter in Nashville is when you become a CMT Next Woman in the Country, I get to interview you. It's one of my favorite things to do in the world. So, thoughts about being in the class and just like that honor, because you get to a point and that's the next launch pad career-wise.
Yeah.
Thoughts about that?
I mean, it's exciting. I'm a lesbian country artist, so just being able to take up space for my community as well is so important and needed, and just sharing my music through song and my story through song is so important. So I'm excited to be supported by CMT.
Right. So talk to me about queer country as a movement, because we talk about African-American reparations in the country, we talk about, Latinx movement in country, and I think the queer movement in country is equally as important.
Yeah.
So your thoughts in regards?
I mean, I just had an 8-month-old baby, or I didn't have an 8-month-old baby, but I have a baby 8 months ago. And
fabulous. Congratulations.
Thank you. I just want to be able to show her that her mom is doing something important for her community too, because she's donor conceived, so her story's different as well. And I think it's important for me and for other kids to know that, there are people out there that are different and still being bold and unapologetic as who we are.
Right. So, final question.
Yes.
I know a lot of queer country artists.
Yeah.
It's the thing that I, like a big movement that I try to put 2 feet down for at all times. Who was the artist for you as a queer country artist? There's not a lot in mainstream country who said to you, okay, I see this person standing up and succeeding, and I want you to do the same.
Dolly Parton was huge because she loves all people.
Right.
And I was raised by my grandparents, and they were huge Dolly Parton fans. And I think she was one of the first voices that I heard saying it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you have, what you don't have. You show up and you work. That's what I want to see and what I want to count on. So Dolly Parton, everybody's queen.
Yeah, absolutely. If you could give everybody your Instagram and everything just to make sure they follow.
Yes. Harper Grae Music, and it's across all platforms, and it's GRAE.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so
It was a pleasure.
much. Thank you. Have a great night.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Always, yeah.
I'm sorry if I walk in.
You're on camera right now. Yes. Hi, hello again.
Hey, hello again.
Let's get in here.
Long time no see.
Absolutely. What's going on?
Nothing much, man.
Things been good.
Introduce yourselves to the Tennessean community.
Hey, y'all, I'm Kat.
And I'm Alex, and we're Kat and Alex.
Yeah, so let's get you up here, actually. A little bit better. So, Yo Quiero Amarte, your new single. Explain to us why there's a need for a strictly Spanish version of a single.
There are so many country fans that only speak Spanish, and that's all over the world. They love country music. I mean, they love Luke Combs, they love Morgan Wallen, they love all of it. But we've been getting messages that there's a little bit of a language barrier. They're not understanding what's being said in the songs, and it's also our first language, so it just feels authentic to us to be able to do that.
Right, so you guys are about to do some touring with Restless Road.
Yes, they literally just got here.
Yeah, they're over there somewhere.
Excellent, yeah. So as far as being on the road with folks who are emerging
Yes.
at the same time, is there any sort of excitement about, like, you know, watching other folks and them seeing you kind of like have these amazing moments?
Yes, it is so much fun. It's truly an honor getting to build the foundation together and getting to see each other grow each and every day.
Yeah, we're just rooting each other on the
Yeah.
whole time.
We're
which
each
is
other's
great.
biggest fans, basically.
Absolutely. So a lot of you may know them from season 18 of American Idol.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about country's space in the American Idol history and experience. I feel like American Idol is the breeding ground for all of the modern country stars.
Yeah, that's
You're
fair to
wrong.
say.
Yeah, it's true.
There's so much talent on American Idol, and it seems like the country genre just kind of, country music, man, it rocks. So
Right. Final question: as far as like all the people who have come on that show and helped out and coached and been there, like your favorite artist and a great experience you had with them in a while.
They are all my favorite, but Luke has to be my favorite. He's the one that
Explain the
inspired-
Luke thing to me. 'Cause
So-
man.
break it down.
So we got into the room, we got in there together, we
Yeah.
were standing next to each other, and they were like, hey guys, we're like, hey, and then we sang, and they're like, hey, y'all duo. Well, Luke said
Luke
that.
was like, "Are you guys a duo?" And we're like, "No, we're dating. We love to do
This
music."
is the story of how you guys came together, right?
Pretty much
well,
how
the
Kat and
duo,
Alex
yeah.
started. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he inspired us with the name Kat and Alex.
yeah, because he was like, "Oh, if you guys were a duo, because we didn't have a name." He goes, "What would be your duo name?" And I was like, "A duo name?" She goes, "Hey, Kat," and I was like, "And Alex, Kat and Alex,"
That's
and
where
he's
Kat and
like,
Alex was born.
"That's
Yeah.
nice." So
Yeah.
we roll with it. We love you, Luke.
Absolutely. Well, I'll let you guys get on inside. It's really a pleasure to speak with you. I saw you guys at the NCAA to see you again. It's honestly a pleasure.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Great seeing you. Always great seeing you.
Absolutely. What's going on, Fred?
So good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Of your outfit.
Hi. Thank you.
Dustin, Breland, and
I
Gavin.
mean, I got the
I know
bill.
you know everything, but
Oh wow, thank you.
we probably said this to you 100 times.
We could never use enough, you know? You look so good.
Thank you. You look amazing yourself,
Oh,
lady.
thank you. Oh, yeah, we're
Hi,
How are
Fred.
you?
What's going on?
Good.
Thank you.
Did Jency give you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Dustin all
perfect.
good.
We're
Ready to
good.
roll. Let's do it.
I'll let us know when we get to the top. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, bye.
Hi. Oh my God. Hi. How are you? Thank you. Wonderful. Let's get you up here.
All right, perfect.
Callista Clark, how's it going this evening?
Going amazing. You look fantastic.
Well, you look amazing yourself.
Thank you.
Honestly, I like this retro-inspired look.
Thank you so much.
So, CMT Awards. Were you a CMT watcher growing up?
Absolutely. I mean, I think CMT is incredibly iconic. I mean, they have all the most iconic music videos, and I feel like everybody's been killing it lately.
Right.
So I'm excited to be here.
And it's a crazy question, but I've been asking a lot of people this as of late. I've been doing a lot of music preparation. Did you actually ever vote for the CMT Awards at some point online?
I'd have to say yeah. I'm blanking on like what specifically, but absolutely. I mean, I feel like CMT Awards and music videos and all of that's a huge part of what we do, making the songs come to life. So absolutely.
Absolutely. So the judges are reuniting tonight for the first time in 20 years as an award show.
Oh my gosh.
So I've been asking this one to everybody else too, and I wanted to get your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Because I figure you might have something to say about it. favorite Judd's live experience and why?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly don't know if I could pick one. I feel like it's so magical when they sing together, and I am so honored that I get to watch tonight. I grew up listening to the Judds, and I would sing with my little sister pretty much all of the Judd songs. So they're one of my biggest influences.
So were you Naomi or Winona? Which one were you?
I guess Winona?
Okay, I was going to say. You carry it, right. So what can we expect in the future?
Well, my next single just came out this past Friday. It's
Yes,
called
thank
Gave
you.
It Back Broken.
Look at the camera, don't look at me. Let the people know.
Well, I'm very excited about my new single that's out. It's called Gave It Back Broken, and I wrote this one over Zoom with Emily Shackleton, who is
Fabulous.
an incredible songwriter.
Absolutely.
That I love so much. So I'm really excited for everybody to finally get to hear that.
Absolutely. So as far as questions, that's what I had, and I look forward to seeing you inside. So definitely, it's a pleasure.
Thank you
First
so
of many
much.
times.
Absolutely. Nice to meet you.
We're getting shut down from lightning, so. Leave equipment. We are going to open.
Hey,
Hi.
I was at we met the other
Yes.
night. It was amazing.
Absolutely.
By the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
Really great.
Appreciate it.
Really loved it. It was so cool. I love how we get to see that.
Yeah,
It's so 2020. It's so 2020.
Thank you. How are you, friend? Absolutely. No, I'm down. I'm super stoked.
I love all these years.
Yes. Yeah, no, we're just going to be like 2 or 3 times before we come back out.
Yeah, I honestly
No, I know, right? So, yeah. Here we are.
All right, well.
Absolutely, please do. Jeremiah. Hello, everyone. We have a bit of a breaking story here. We have some rain delays here as we have a lightning strike in the midst of.
We need everyone to stop work and exit this.
We will be exiting and coming back with more of the red carpet at the 2022 CMT Music Awards. And we're back here at the red carpet of the 2022 CMT Awards after a rain delay. And Reyna Roberts. Pull Reyna Roberts up here. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello. So, Reyna, you're a former CMT Next Woman of Country.
I am.
And you're back at the awards this year.
I am.
So, tell the people what's going on, because I feel like you have I know that you have some things going on.
Yeah.
And I feel like the people should be aware as well.
Just did some dates with Reba, and that was phenomenal. Oh my goodness.
You were in the paper about that, right?
I know. And it was a great paper. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
It was a dream come true. I know people say that like all the time, but it was so beautiful. And I was just thankful to be there. So that was amazing. Just released a song with Amazon Music like a week ago, which was great. And then Amazon Film for Love and Country just came out.
Yeah, exactly.
All the good things.
So you do nothing but red carpets now, apparently.
Apparently.
So,
apparently.
One thing for everybody who's a reader of the Tennessean, they can walk down to 5th and Broadway, and they could stare in the sky or stare at any of the placards around 5th and Broadway.
I mean.
And who are they going to see and why?
I mean, Reyna Roberts.
Exactly. Tell me how that's to feel. Like, you're walking out of, the boot store and you look up and there it is.
It's kind of wild, actually. My parents came down here just to see it with me. And my mom and we took a trip to New York, because I've never been to New York, to see Amazon put up a billboard in New York, too, for Another Round, which is the newest single. And that was surreal. We got to experience it for the first time. So we were speechless.
So your homegirl, Mickey Guyton, is singing with the Black Pumas tonight. Thoughts about that, and are you looking forward to it?
Of course I am. That is my sister. I actually texted her. I'm like, where's she at? And she's getting ready. But I can't wait to watch her slay as she always does. What are you looking forward to the most?
Oh gosh, what am I looking
What
forward
are
to
you
the
looking
most?
forward to the most?
Well, I'm a Winona fan, so the Judds are, for the first time in 20 years. So I'm super excited for that. I can't wait.
Okay, great answer. It was way better than my answer.
Absolutely. Well, all right. Well, I'm going to let you get back inside, and I look forward to seeing you.
I appreciate you.
All righty, friend.
Julia is talking. I want to give this to you. She is an athlete. Huh? You know her already?
Yeah.
Oh. All right then. So that's her stuff.
Thank you.
And her outfit, which by the way is perfectly color coordinated with yours.
I saw.
Did you notice that? I could send you guys to prom together. And you don't even need to pick up a boutonniere because you got the shot. You're done.
Ashland Craft,
What you
Tennessean.
doing over here?
All right. It's Ashland Craft. It's good to see you as always.
Always good to see you.
You are currently on the road, traveling kind, touring on the road. As far as the people responding to the record live,
Yes.
thoughts about that? Because I've seen some stuff on Instagram that blows my mind, so let's talk about it.
Oh my gosh, honest, I did not know what to expect out of this entire project. I just knew that I wanted it to be a huge representation of who I am, in this moment, and kind of who I've become on my journey to Nashville. So Traveling Kind, I wanted it to resonate with all those people who kind of had a free spirit, and I think on the road we've gotten a great reaction, which it makes my heart so happy. We've had a lot of people say that they've connected with the music, so I can only hope that we continue this and put out more fun music and see where it takes us.
So all the tall guys with the broad shoulders and the big beards tell me that Luke Bryan is their big brother. You got to tour with, I feel like, somebody who could be a big sister for you.
Yes.
And Ashley McBride.
Absolutely.
So if you could tell me about what it was like being on the road with Ashley.
Ashley, and she was exactly what I expected in the every best way possible. We had gotten to write a couple times before we actually went on tour together, and we get out there, and she's just literally, I feel like I've known her my whole life. It's so weird, but she's been so helpful, I guess, throughout the entire process. She got me a beautiful guitar and something that I'm going to cherish forever. It's just, I feel like she really understands what it means to work your butt off in this industry, and just somebody who loves live music. I think that's one of my biggest things that I love about her is they put on a great show, and they're great people. So, and their fan base is awesome. So great.
Right. And final question, take me into being on stage in front of 30,000 people with Hardy doing One Beer during the Morgan Wallen tour.
Mind-blowing. It's such an interesting thing because we got to do the Bridgestone with Zach Brown Band the last night, and I think it was just all such a blur. So to actually kind of get to go back and perform One Beer with Hardy and Devin, I finally got to soak it in a little bit more, you know, and the crowd was electric and just such a fun crowd to perform in front of. So they helped me through it. We got through it, and it was a blast. It was so much fun.
Exactly. Final question. You are in Nashville, not a lot these days, but I still want to know, where's your favorite place to eat in town?
To eat in town? It sounds so bad because probably for the past 3 years I've been living off fast food burgers and fries, but I do love me some good sushi.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm always down, High's Pho and Sushi.
Okay.
It's in a strip mall.
Yes.
But it's the best sushi you'll ever have. He knows what I'm talking about. He knows. Thank you. I needed that.
Absolutely. So, Ashland, it's a pleasure. I'll see you on the inside.
Thank you, Marcus.
You're
Always
welcome.
good to see you.
Appreciate you.
I love you.
All right,
so
friend.
good to see you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Don't let me get makeup on.
Oh, no problem. Julia Cole, how's it going?
Hello, how are you?
I'm fantastic. So, introduce yourselves to the people, please.
Hi, I'm Julia Cole,
And you are a...
country music singer, CMT Next Women of Country, class of 2022.
Well, that's exactly what I was looking for. So, as far as being here on the red carpet and having all this, like, all these bright lights and this hubbub and this excitement, thoughts about that?
I mean, it's just incredible. Like, I am on this carpet right now with some of the icons of country music, and it just is such an honor to be included in this circle.
Okay, so, I mean, you're a accomplished athlete, so this would not, I don't think that this is necessarily too far out of the realm for you. It's like being like a volleyball final or something, right?
Yeah, so I got my start singing national anthems for my own volleyball and basketball games. And then I started to do the anthem for everything in Houston. So the Texans, Astros, Houston Dynamo, NASA, the rodeo. And so I was in high school singing in front of 75,000 people with, you know, jets and lights and all that stuff. So it's very different, but I've been in situations that are very unique before,
right,
too.
So take me into the rodeo as a thing, as a Houstonian and also somebody who sang there. Because not all Nashville people may be aware, but the Houston rodeo is an enormous part of country music.
Massive, massive. It's a dream one day if I could play inside, like full band.
Yeah.
That would be the pinnacle for me. But it's just an amazing event. It's a month-long festival, basically, where there are huge headliners every night, all different genres, but mostly country music. But they've even got, you know, like Bruno Mars and Marshmello or Chainsmokers that'll pop in there in between the Blake Sheltons and, you know, Carrie Underwoods and George Straits that come in and perform. And it's just a beautiful place where everybody brings out their Texas pride. So it's like the biggest hats and the brightest belt buckles and just people going for it with the best boots in town.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside.
Thank you. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
I need to take a couple shots of you guys.
It's like we look like prom dates.
I mean, you know.
You guys got the memo. I loved it. Thank you.
Rachel with Amy McFarland's
Oh my
office.
God, hi.
So good to see you.
Yeah.
I have CMT Next Women of Country, Jenna Paulette.
I did a whole feature on you last year.
Yes, hi, how are you?
Fabulous.
It's good to
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes,
How's
pleasure to meet
everything?
you too. It's great. I love your yeehaw necklace.
Thank you. You know. Yes. So, Jenna Paulette,
What's
I
up?
did a piece on you last year, and I
Yeah.
became a huge fan of your story.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
thank you.
So, in country music, for Tennessean viewers, there's not a lot of authentic cowgirls
Yep.
in the space.
Yep.
And obviously the fit and everything else and the hat. So just take me into what it means to actually be a cowgirl in
Oh
2022.
man, if you can do the job, you can wear the hat. And I just grew up really working cattle, and really doing the darn thing, and I love it so much. I take a lot of pride in the way that I was raised and in agriculture in and of itself, and I want to be able to represent agriculture in a really positive light. And in a way that makes people see that it's not just, you know, it can be cool and it can be down home at the same time. And yeah, so I'm really proud of my roots, and it's a heart thing.
Take me into writing.
Yes, from that
these
point of view.
Cowgirl songs.
Yes, so
because you have a lot of them.
I do.
And
yes.
I'm a big fan.
Thank
actually,
you.
So
Thank you so much.
I'm actually super excited about this.
Thank you. Well, I want to write cowgirl music that is really like anybody that's actually living that lifestyle on a daily basis would listen to it and be like, yes, she's one of us, and feel like they're seen in the demographic and within the country music landscape. So I just feel like I get to walk in a really cool lane, and I try and be as down to earth about how I do that as possible, because I think being Western can have a cheesy kind of thing. And so to bring it down to earth and make it real for people is a gift and a blessing, and so that's what I try to do within my lyric and within who I am. So.
Final question, you have to be a big fan of what Cody Johnson is
doing.
doing.
Oh my gosh, I'm just so proud, I can hardly stand
it. In the same lane.
Yes.
So he's nominated for Video of the Year. He's a finalist.
Yes.
For Video of the Year tonight.
Yep.
Dear Cowboy, if you could take me into what that would mean for, I feel like this is a movement.
Yes, it is.
What would it mean to us as a movement if that were to occur?
Well, you gave me goosebumps just saying all that stuff out loud, because it's just Cowboys having a moment right now with Yellowstone, with people like Cody Johnson, with, you know, Georgia, with me. Oh my word. Thank you.
Yourself.
Yes. I mean, it's cool right now to be cowboy, and those ideals are being brought out in culture, and I think it is a beautiful thing. And if Cody wins tonight, I will be beside myself, like probably crying. So,
fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to seeing you inside.
Yes,
thank you so much for your time. You're
thank you.
welcome.
You're the man.
Of course.
Yeehaw.
Oh, you know it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Good.
Hi! I know, there's so many grabbing heaven. How are you?
How you doing?
Oh, you know I'm different. Out here just throwing it around. I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody anyway, so yeah. Everybody I need is right here, you know?
You don't need this, but I'm going to give it to you anyway.
Did you talk to Reyna?
I did already.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
No.
Have you talked to Reyna and Sasha?
What's up?
Sasha?
Yeah, we talked to Sasha for sure.
Okay, because I'm just trying to move people together.
Hi. Sasha, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you. So let's step up here. Because I feel like the Tennessean needs to know something about Canadian country.
Hey!
So I bring you here,
Well, thank you.
CMT Next Woman in the Country 2021. Sasha, if you could talk about the connection between Nashville and Ontario.
Between Nashville and Ontario for me?
Yeah.
Man, you know what? I grew up in a really small town in Ontario.
I know you did.
And I've always had, you know, country music as an influence in my life. And I've always dreamed of, you know, Shania Twain paved the way from Canada, from Ontario to Nashville many years ago. And I've always dreamed of, you know, having a career in country music. And Nashville just seemed to be the place where everybody went to make that country music dream come true.
Right. So every time you're in town, I feel like you're writing like 5 songs and you're working on a project, and you're out here trying to kill it. So let's talk about that. Besides the 2022 CMT Music Awards, why are you in town?
I am in town for the 2020, no, I'm joking, for the CMT Awards. But you know what? I'm here because I'm going to meet up with some people, and we're going to write. And you know, when I come here, I don't just come to walk through town. I come to get the job done, to write, to meet up with some publishing companies, and trying to get my foot, more in the door. And I'm so thankful for CMT because that just gave me a place to be seen and to be heard, and some people to get to know my name around here in Nashville.
Of course. So take me into what it means to be an award-nominated artist already, and to have already achieved this success. Explain to people what I'm talking about, and then break it down even deeper.
I think that's a big deal for me because, I've been doing this for quite some time.
Yeah.
And it's been a dream of mine, and it's almost like your hard work is shaking hands with reward when you get a nomination,
Right.
And when you're coming to the awards or you get to walk the red carpet. So for me, it's kind of like a sense of validation that, I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And I've always known it, but people actually believe what I see about myself as well, and that's something that I think a lot of us have to struggle through, is having the confidence that we can make it.
So when can we expect the next single?
When can you expect the next single? Well, I just released my latest EP called We Did.
Yes, you did.
And I'm excited because I'm going to be releasing a music video very soon.
Fabulous.
And CMT has partnered with me to do that. So that's going to be April 22nd, so you can expect that.
3 days after my birthday.
Is it?
Well, I feel like that's a present.
It is a present to you.
Thank
Happy
you.
early birthday.
Absolutely. So I will see you on the inside. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
Pleasure
having
as
me,
always.
Marcus. Yeah, pleasure. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm Courtney from the Green Room.
Marcus, pleasure.
You did all the Reba and the Brooks and Dunn features.
Yeah.
I haven't met you in person yet.
Oh, absolutely. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Are you a fan?
Yeah.
It's quite the experience here.
I'm having a good time.
I'm going to have an LB Shane.
Oh, by all means, by all means. I'm good. Let's get you on this microphone here. Top female star. I don't think calling you a new star is a appropriate name anymore now that you're winning all these awards.
I love the way that you intro me every time.
I mean,
it gets better and better.
I mean, because your career gets better and better.
Ooh, say it again.
Okay, so you are an ACM Best New Artist.
Yes.
You're the iHeartRadio Award winner. You are nominated for Video of the Year here. And on top of that, I want to ask you about something completely off the cuff.
Okay.
There's a human being walking around the world with a tattoo of you on them, and I saw this on Instagram.
It is huge.
Really? So like this big?
When I tell you, well, his arm was big anyway, but
Yeah.
when I tell you it was literally the size of my face, it was the size of my face.
So how does that make you feel? You're at a place now where people literally have your face tattooed
I'm like,
on
are you
them.
sure you want to do that? You want to have me on you the rest of your life? I'll take it. I'm flattered. But it's pretty cool. I'm like, wow. The night before in Omaha, I signed somebody's chest on their heart. They went and got it tattooed the next day.
Okay, so how does this all feel after all the work, all the time, from a town of 234 people
Yep.
to like a whole world of people now inspired by what you do?
It's wild. It just, I know you and I have talked about this a lot, but I just feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I feel like this is what the Lord put on my heart. This is what I was built to do, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Okay, so I want to talk about Fitz for a second. This is a little less bell-bottom country than before, a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think we're evolving it. Can you take me into your favorite piece for what you're running tonight?
Oh my gosh, man! I'll tell you. I think it's this feather. Y'all check out. You see this feather? It's a Lexus Batar. Her stuff is just incredible. But
Okay, yeah.
I was like, you know what? I want to do something a little rock and roll tonight.
No, really, honestly, I think that's a key part of what you're doing right now, is that you're ushering in this kind of like 70s rock vibe back into country music.
I know, and you and I always look like we need to be in a band together. What do you want to be called?
Ah, God, that's a great question. Now you're
Keep
asking me
thinking
questions
about it.
but I will think about it. I'll run into you in town. But so, thoughts about that and that being a thing, and do you see people out in the crowds now starting to do the same thing?
Oh yeah, it's really the bell bottom country thing has kind of like it's become a world of its own, and it's so cool just to see people kind of leaning into whatever. I mean, a lot of people have said you've encouraged me to dress a little more crazy, or you like. There's times where I wanted to do something a little different, but I was scared to. But you've kind of encouraged me to do that. So if that's all it is, then I'm fine with it.
Fabulous. Well, I'm going to let you go on the inside. It's a pleasure as always to see you. Appreciate you, friend. All right. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, pal?
How you doing?
Brother, I'm good. Let's get you up here on the mic, man.
Good to see you, man. Thank you. All right.
So, My Boy's one of my top 5 favorite country songs of the last year.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I want to ask you about digging in that deep and digging in that hard on the lyric when you're kind of emerging as an artist.
Man, I feel like there was 5 writers on that song. Me, Russell Sutton, Lee Starr, Nick Columbia, and God. And we just 4 guys sitting on a porch 6 years ago. Didn't have anything going on. And I got a stepson that came with my beautiful wife. He was 5 years old, and we wanted to set out to try to write a song about what it's like to love a child, and whether it's biologically yours or not. And I feel like I believed in that song for 6 years, and the people made it happen for me. So
Exactly. So thoughts about like expanding a narrative for other guys who are fans of country music, who you feel like either you ought to be drinking or meeting a girl or getting married for 35 years, but I think you're in a different lane where you can explain a different story for a whole different, crew of guys who are getting into country music. Thoughts about that?
Dude, thank you so much. That
welcome.
means a lot to me. Dude, I'm just a country boy from Caneyville, Kentucky, and that song definitely paints the best picture of who I am at my core, but I obviously am not that great of a guy all the time. I try. But I just try to keep it real, man. And I feel like as long as I'm honest in my songs about who I am, there's probably a lot of other guys out there that are like me. And whether they're country fans or rock fans or hip-hop fans or whatever, I think if you're just honest about who you are and you write who you are, you'll relate to people.
Absolutely. So as far as Nashville, take me into like setting your feet and really starting to like make the push now, because I'm getting that feeling from observing your career. You're at this place now where things are really starting to like maneuver for you in a very positive way.
Man, I came up with a little slogan, if you will, just a few years ago, and I like to keep people in my corner who are mighty where I am weak. And I think that is key to any success, no matter if you want to be a chef or a singer or a painter or whatever. You just can find people that believe in you, and you keep them around you, and you stay true to who you are, and you'll see the blessings come from it.
Right, so you're about to be on that road for a long time, I think, this year.
I hope so, man.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope I stay on the road for a while.
So, explain to the people why I need to come see your live show. I've heard nothing but amazing things about your live show.
Hey,
so,
man.
explain it to me.
Live show is going to be a lot of energy. I promise you that. We're doing the My Kind of Trouble tour right now.
Yep.
I know a lot of people have maybe only heard My Boy, which is very much a part of who I am. But, boy, we get rowdy, too. I've gotten a lot of trouble over the years. And some I'm not proud of, some I don't care, whatever. It was fun. I learned lessons from it. But if you come to the show, you're going to have a good time. You're going to hear the mistakes I've made, the lessons I've learned from them. And, I feel like music should do 3 things. It should either hurt you, heal you, or help you have a good time. And that's what I set out to do. So
Absolutely. I'll see you on the inside. I meant that. It's one of my 5 favorite songs of last year. Seriously.
Thank you, buddy. God bless you, man. I appreciate you, Marcus.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
All right.
y'all take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, Lainey. Hey, Marcus, I'm Jules Wortman. I've been emailing you to go to lunch, but I'm doing
Yeah, no problem. So, oh hi. We got Dylan, Shia, and Danica, the ladies of Chapel Heart. What you're getting right here is an idea of why Chapel Heart is so popular. Ladies, ladies,
the big old booty.
ladies, we're live for the Tennessean.
We weren't talking about Lainey Wilson.
No, not at all. So, I talked about you guys being from Poplarville, Mississippi, and the paper recently.
Put us on the map.
Of course. So tell people about the new single and the video.
Yes. So our new single, Made for Me. Look, we just found another video too. So I was like, let me think of that. So our video, Made for Me, we went back home and shot this video, and we've included all the people in our hometown. So they are all over the moon. We were shooting the video, and one of the little boys in the campfire scene goes, "Whoa, I've never done a music video with famous people before." And we were like, yes, it was so cute. So, but I mean, all things love and music and talking about growing up in the small city and chasing our dreams, and it's been everything about the grind these last couple of years, a few years or many years. Me and Treva. Well, you also. You know those musician years are different.
Of course, no. But so you wear your high school Letterman's jacket in the video.
Yes, I had her put it on. She just got it yesterday.
Name the high school.
Poplarville. Well, we only have one high school. We really do. We got one element. We got a lower elementary, upper elementary, middle school, and a high school. That's it. That's all.
So the name of it though,
Poplarville High School. We're the Hornets. Let's go Hornets. And I played basketball. Tree played basketball. She did track. Danica did track. Shot put. Danica was actually really good at shot put. That's why she can punch people hard.
Wait, I'm surprised at how
my superpower.
Wait, I'm surprised at how weak you punch, given that you were great at shot
Danica's
put.
actually the weakest person I know, but you were really good at shot. I used to be strong.
So Tree, I have to ask you a question. The last time that I saw Chapel Heart perform live, you jumped up on top of a table, kicked your feet, and then jumped off and screamed, "We're the next movement of country."
And it's our town now, yeah!
So can you top this the next time that I see you live?
You know what?
That was level 2.
For you, I can, because I've actually been working on toning it down, so that was like a nice level 3 out of 10.
Yeah. 3 out of 10. Okay.
I love it. I love it.
You know, tell her next time you come to the show, you don't want to see nothing under 3. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you ladies go inside. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you, Marcus. We love you.
No doubt. We'll see you soon.
Tennessean is the best.
Oh, thank you.
Come on. All right. Love you, Marcus.
I'm in the way.
Okay.
Hi. Hi, Katelyn Smith. So good to see you too. Let's get you up on the microphone here.
All right, sounds good.
So, Katelyn, we're live here with the Tennessean. This is Katelyn Smith. Her album is called High. I interviewed you for the paper. We talked for like 35 minutes.
I know, it was lovely.
Right, so take me into the power of being next woman in the country for CMT.
Oh
what that
my
means to your
gosh.
career.
I mean, it really is such an honor. And I've been singing since I was just a little girl and had my eyes on doing music for a job. And it just really feels surreal and full circle and beautiful, and it's hard to put it into words, like what it feels like when your dreams are coming true. And I mean, it's just an honor. It's an honor.
So
yeah.
You've written a #1 single. The idea that you could have a #1 single on this album, what does that mean to you and why?
I mean, it's crazy. It means a lot, too, because, I've been in this town for a long time. And I think part of me, like, when I moved here, I thought maybe it's possible. And I think for a while, I heard a lot of no, and I heard a lot of, had a lot of closed doors. And so to finally now feel like I'm being given an opportunity to be heard in that way as an artist is mind-blowing. And it's truly, the highest honor. Yeah.
So for people who are unaware, you self-produced this record. So if you could take people into the idea when you self-produce something and you start to see critical acclaim for it, how does that feel? Crazy.
It feels crazy. And and this was, just an experiment. I wanted to express myself by producing this and being vulnerable in the writing room or being vulnerable on the stage performing is one thing, but being vulnerable in a way to be in charge of the whole sonic landscape and just put my stamp on the entire thing is another thing. And the fact that people are loving it is even crazier, so.
Of course. So,
wow.
final question. The Judds are reuniting for a live set and award show for the first time in 20 years.
Hallelujah.
Thoughts about that? They're going back out on the road. It's a whole thing.
Yes.
If you could break that down and explain to people why this is so important to country
This
music.
is so important. The Judds were one of my very first cassette tapes. Put it in my boombox, and I love them so much. This is going to be special to see them back together. I'm going to go to more than one show, I think.
Good.
To see them on the road. They were my idol when I was a kid, and so now to see them back on the road and actually get to see them perform is going to be very, very exciting. So
fabulous. Well,
yeah.
Katelyn, I'll let you get inside.
Thank you, Marcus.
To speak with you as always.
Good to see you too.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Alrighty. Yes, Marcus.
Okay, great. Yeah, so Dylan Scott's presenting. You what?
I interviewed last year.
Oh, great. Okay, great. This is so awesome then. We'll bring him right over to you then.
By all means.
Great. Do you have any spots coming up?
Do you guys have time for Jimmie Schneider, Real Housewives of Orange County?
We may. I'm totally sure.
Thank you. You're fine. You're fine.
Want to chat with Tenille Arts? 2 nominations.
How's it going? I interviewed you last year, man.
Yes, sir. Good to see you.
Absolutely.
Looking sharp.
Yeah, Dylan Scott right here. New truck.
New truck?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Man, I need a new truck. It's top 25 at country radio, so we're getting close to that point where I can maybe afford a new truck. We'll see. We'll see.
So take me to the video for this song.
Oh man, I've gotten some really nasty DMs about this video.
Explain it to the Tennessean public. What it is about this video.
When you watch this video, it looks like I blew up a brand new truck, and I did not blow up a brand new truck. I promise you. It's a junker, but we took special effects and made it look like a new truck. So people are like, man, why would you blow up such a nice truck? I could have used that, or we could have sent that to some. We didn't do it.
Of course. So you have a new record coming.
Yeah.
Take me into the studio process for this, because I mean, with the last record, you really set a standard for yourself where you could start to set your feet a little bit.
Yeah, man, a little bit. It was we wrote this record during COVID, which is a tough time to do anything, but I feel like it's our best music we've ever recorded, ever written, and just really pumped to get it out, man. I feel like it's some music that's gonna take us up maybe to another level, I hope. So we'll see. Absolutely.
So live show, we talked about you touring last time I talked to you, and any things that you've learned that you're ready to unleash upon the live public?
Yeah, I mean, as far as touring, we got this tour with Luke Bryan last year.
I know, right.
So he gave me some of the best advice I've ever gotten, which is basically have fun. You think too much about it. You think too much about your stage presence and this, and that. And he's like, man, just have fun. And so that's what we're doing, man. We're just having fun.
Absolutely. So you're presenting tonight?
Yes.
Get up on stage, as far as, being able to do that and, being a part of the CMT family in that way, your thoughts?
It's awesome, dude. You know, we're presenting for Breakthrough Video of the Year.
Right.
Won that award last year. It was
Yes, you
awesome.
did.
Just to be in the category was awesome. And just to be thought about this year, like, hey, man, come back and present that. It means a lot. So thanks, CMT, for having me back. And it's going to be fun.
Absolutely. Well, don't let you get inside. It's a pleasure to talk to you as always.
You too, man. Take care. Good seeing you.
Absolutely. Marcus Dowling with the Tennessean.
Hi, Priscilla.
Hi, how are you?
Amazing. How are
Wonderful. So we're live right now.
you? Yay.
Yeah, so talk to me about taking ownership of a bar when it's your bar as opposed to somebody else's bar.
It's my bar.
Yes. So what is it about that single? Because I feel like you've really, like every time you take a step in country music so far, you've taken a step that's really like branded you powerfully.
Yeah.
Thoughts about that?
You know, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm never going to be the girl that leaves any bar because someone I don't like is there.
Right.
And that's where this song kind of comes from. It's like owning your place. You know, like no one's going to ruin my night. That's kind of the vibe of that song. And I try to write songs that are really me, and it's cool that you kind of see that.
Of course.
Yeah, I love an empowerment like anthem.
Right. So take me into TikTok a year and a half later. When you log into the app, everybody's not aware. A lot of your success is based upon, you know, your success on that app. So when you log into the app now, and you're like trying to create content, do you think differently about it now as opposed to 18 months ago?
No. I think that what worked for me when everything started popping off on TikTok is just staying real and relatable. I mean, I still don't even have a ring light. You know what I mean? Like, I put my life out there, the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, and I just try and give the fans, like, you know, a little snippet into my life on how I am and where I'm at, and it's worked out this far, so I just try to stay doing that.
Absolutely. So take me into the writing process right now for you, because I think that people have certain expectation out of you now. Because, you know, you're starting to, like, you know, grow up here as an artist, and people are excited about what you're doing. So take me into the songwriting room with you right now.
You know, songwriting is like my first love. I fell in love with songwriting. I started writing at like 15, and you know, I'm just writing my life. Like, that's it.
Best life story then that you could tell on camera that you've written about recently.
Best life story. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I don't know. There's one time that me and my friends dressed up as different people, and we had different names for the night. So we just wrote a song about that and just getting into trouble, but you have another name, so it doesn't matter. That's fun.
I love it. So as far as questions, that's what I had. I look forward to seeing you on the inside.
Thank
it's
you.
a pleasure to be able to speak with you.
You too. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Craig Campbell.
Oh my
We
God.
have never met.
It's a pleasure to meet you finally. Yes. Hi, Tenille.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. So we're live right here for the Tennessean.
All right.
So, Tenille, tell everybody where you're from.
I'm originally from a small town, Weyburn, Saskatchewan in Canada.
Okay, so we had Sasha up here earlier. Who's from Eastern Canada.
Yes.
You're from Western Canada. And take me into what it is to be a writer in that area. Because I feel like it's really rural and people don't know that. And there's a lot of that cowboy sort of aesthetic, that sort of really Western aesthetic that comes into things.
It definitely is. You know, I grew up, you know, pretty country and, you know, loved country music and everything. So it's like very natural for us to love that. I think people don't realize how big country music is in Canada. So it's an honor to be like one of those artists that gets to be down here and in Nashville and a part of the U.S. country music scene.
Right. So as far as coming to Nashville and being here and kind of like, do you ever experience any sort of like homesickness or anything still at this point?
Definitely a little bit. I miss my family. They're all up in Canada still. But, you know, when I'm on the road, I'm like, I'm going to be missing people no matter where I am. You know, I'm going to miss my Nashville friends. I'm going to miss my friends back home. So I like being out on the road because no matter what, I'm missing people. So it's just, I'd rather be out there singing.
So you're like low-key like an actual like road dog. Like you spend a lot of time. You play. How many dates did you play last year?
Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, it got a little crazy. We were out with Lady A last summer, so
Exactly.
that was like a grind. And then I'm about to be back out with Jordan Davis, so we're having a lot of fun getting to play a lot of shows, which is great after the last couple of years that we've had.
Exactly. So take me into the one thing that you've learned from playing so many live shows. When you get in front of a studio microphone, that has changed the way that you record.
You know, I think really trying to tell the story and be very just conscious of what the verses are about, and then how I've had a few producers be like, treat the verses like you're storytelling, and then the chorus is like you're singing, and that's been such a great thing for me. That's helped me a lot in the studio.
Right. So, quick question. I ask a lot of people this question. I'm asking it to you as well. Your favorite storytelling country song of all time?
All time. A funny one would be Goodbye Earl, because I think it's hilarious.
Yes.
And they kill somebody in the song. But I think The House That Built Me is literally my story. It's my house. It's creepy how perfectly aligns with my life. So that's definitely a song that I'm like, dang, I wish I would have written that one. That's my story.
Can you say that that's one that inspired you to be an artist?
Oh yeah, definitely. I loved Miranda, and it was so great it inspired me more as a songwriter, I think. I always knew I wanted to be an artist. That songwriting side of it, that song really inspired me.
Fabulous. Well, I'll let you get on the inside. I really appreciate the time with you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, you're welcome.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you.
Of course. Thank you.
What's up? What's poppin'? How y'all doing?
Tennessean.
We're live.
Yes, and I need you to introduce your parents.
Oh, of course.
I'm just gonna blow the surprise. These are your parents.
Bring 'em. Yeah, my parents are here. These are my birth givers. This is a really special night for me, and we spoke moments after the nomination, and I was kind of dumbfounded by it. I knew this was a moment I wanted to have them here for.
Okay, so Mom, Dad, when your son introduces you to My Truck, did you ever expect that 3 nominations at the CMT Music Awards were possible?
I mean, we believed that anything was possible, quite honestly, but we never thought that. We didn't know. We just didn't know. But this is amazing. Like, he's worked hard. He's put in the time and the effort for many years from the time that he was a kid. And to see him in this space right now is.
She gonna make me cry. I'm not gonna do it.
Don't do it.
I said I wasn't gonna do it.
I just always said, right about maybe like beginning of high school or a little before, I said it's just a matter of time that the right person hears him. Because I could hear how he was developing and how his voice was developing. I said, and then the songwriting and everything. I said it was just a matter of time, and the time's now.
Absolutely. So take me into the fact that all of you are all accomplished vocalists. And to be able to like extend I want to ask you what it feels like to extend the legacy of your parents already. Yeah. You're 26 and you're already starting that process. Yeah. Thoughts about that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the whole reason that I go by Breland is my last name. It's our last name. It's all about legacy. It's all about history, being able to control the way that name is perceived. 200 years ago, that was the name that we were given through slavery. So to be able to come out here and sing country music and change the way that the genre is perceived, it goes hand in hand with what I'm trying to do from a name perspective alone and from my family's perspective.
Absolutely. So, Mom, Dad, what was your knowledge of country music before your son came home and said, I am a top-tier, A-plus level country music artist?
Slim to none, if I'm being honest.
They're gospel heads. We were listening to some very popular songs earlier, like Stay by Justin Bieber and Kid Leroy. They've never heard it, so they really know gospel music in and of itself. That's fair.
We're gospel singers, so that's the art that we've studied the most.
Yes.
But good music is good music. So, any way you cut it.
So I wanted to ask a final question in regards to looking at the future. Can we get a family? I mean, there's the Carter family.
Yeah.
I spoke to Hank Williams today.
Yeah.
Hank Williams Jr. There's a family legacy there.
Yeah.
Do we get a Breland family country record?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be a country record. We'll probably do something that's maybe more in the gospel space, maybe something around the holidays. Holiday music has no genre, and I have no genre, so we'll figure it out.
Thoughts about that?
I'm down for it.
Might as well.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for your time. It's
Amazing.
a privilege to meet
Thank you,
you,
Marcus.
and absolutely always a pleasure.
Oh, of course I do.
Pleasure. How's it going?
How are
Wonderful.
you?
You're live with the Tennessean right now.
Okay, awesome. How are you?
I am fantastic.
I love your outfit.
I love your outfit. You got the Cinderella vibe happening
Thank
right now.
you.
6 weeks at #1 with Dustin Lynch for Thinking About You.
Yes.
Thoughts about that?
Just kind of like mind blown of the whole thing. I mean, a year and a half ago, I never had a song at radio ever. I've never been to an award show, so this is all very new for me. So my life's really changed in the last year and a half.
Right, so if you could speak to that, because I think that speaks to something about Nashville. Like, the day before, day after thing. Where were you the day before, and what was it the day after that made you realize that everything had changed?
Well, I'm kind of like still in it a little bit. Every new opportunity that comes is all first for me. So it's like, does that make sense? I'm kind of like in between the day before and the day after.
No, but physically, where were you the day before you realized that this was going to be a thing? Where were you in Nashville?
Oh, where was I in Nashville? Probably at my house. At my house when I found out. Just like in sweatpants, like just regular person vibes, like chilling with my dog.
Of course, of course. So you're on the road, you're going to be on the road with Walker Hayes?
Yes, we've been out on the road since January. I
Yeah.
have 2 more shows. We're playing the Ryman in a couple weeks.
Okay, I'll be at the Ryman show.
You will?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So take me into that crowd because they're there to party.
I can't wait. So my parents are flying into town. My husband will be there. I've never played there, so I've been to so many shows. I know that place loves to like get rowdy, but also like so respectful to music, and they listen to the songs and they listen to the lyrics. So it's going to be a pretty epic night.
Right. So take me into your relationship with CMT as well, and being able to like expand that to another level now.
Yeah. So last year I was one of the Next Women of Country.
Absolutely.
And you know that's kind of in my mind like a rite of passage for a female in country music and in Nashville, and I wanted to be in that group for like so many years. So last year when they asked me to be included, I was like so pumped. I know this year to be on the carpet and be nominated, it just feels like our relationship is growing in like the best way.
Exactly. So take me into your own music. Where are we at now as far as like getting our new release out?
So I'm going to have a bunch of new music coming out right away. Actually, like after this, I have to go home and go to bed because I start recording tomorrow.
Oh, wow, wonderful.
Yeah, I like cut vocals. The bed tracks are done, but vocals are tomorrow.
Absolutely. So I'll let you get inside and enjoy this last night of freedom.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Much appreciated. Have a great night.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
They're coming down if you don't have any rental.
Oh, no problem. Miko Marks, you're live with the Tennessean right now.
I am so happy to be here tonight on this night. It's a dream come true.
Absolutely. So for people who are unaware, Miko Marks, you should have been here like a decade ago.
Yeah.
But you're here right now, and nothing has changed. You are exactly the place you're supposed to be in at the time you're supposed to be here.
Absolutely.
If you could take people into that and the level of holding fast to your dreams that it takes to achieve success in country music overall.
It's been a long time. It's been a long road, a long time. This is 20 years in the making for me. And but everything happens for a reason, and it happens in its own time, and it just so happened that I wasn't supposed to be alone. I have all these brothers and sisters, people of color, with me, and we're in this together, so I was supposed to be with the group because we are stronger together.
Right, so I'm going to tell everybody right now on this live stream that they need to go and listen to your album, Race Records. Race Records was one of my favorite records of last year. If you could explain to people the process that went into that, because for a lot of people who are unaware of your music, I feel like you don't give them the best entry point in the way it is that you do.
Race Records. I chose to name my EP Race Records because there was a differentiation between hillbilly music and race music back in the early 20s, early 30s, and really the music is all the same. And so I took some of the songs by the Carter family, the Monroe brothers, put an African voice on that music because it was ours from day one, and we were at the foundation of country music. And so Race Records harkens back to that time and puts a new face and a new meaning to what it is.
So I spoke to you, Reese Palmer, Valerie Ponzio, Madeline Edwards, a couple folks downstairs. If you could explain to people the momentous occasion as to why you're here as well.
Well, I can't talk about that yet because I was told that it's coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned. It's coming out tonight, so stay tuned. It's a big deal coming out tonight.
Fabulous. So what are you looking for as far as like being inside at the awards show and like seeing this whole entire, thing transpire?
To have this be my first award show, be the CMT Music Awards, is profound. I'm looking forward to having the best experience of my life and sharing it with people that I care about being with the group of women, the Next Women of Country 2022, Madeline, Valerie, and my sister girlfriend Reese.
Yes.
I'm so looking forward to sharing the moment with them.
Absolutely. Well, I'll let you get inside and enjoy that.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
I love you.
Love you
Bye.
too. Appreciate you.
Oh, hi, AP. Thank you. You did not have to do that. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Pleasure to see you again.
Pleasure to see you as well.
Absolutely.
Hey, Matt.
Let's get the whole squad in here. We have one microphone here.
All right.
Marcus Allen with the Tennessean.
Hey,
Somebody
Mark.
hold the microphone?
Yeah, man.
You're
Go
live
ahead.
with the Tennessean right now. So
All right.
I'm standing here with Parmalee, and you guys have a song with Blanco Brown. It was one of my favorites of last year.
Oh, thank you, man.
You know, just thoughts about, and I haven't asked you guys this question yet, but it's one thing that sticks out to me about you guys the most. We used to have a lot of like vocal quartets in country, 80s and 90s country especially. Thoughts about bringing that back into the space?
Hey, we're down with it.
Yeah. It's. I mean, that's the one thing when we got
Oak Ridge
together.
Boys,
Dude, the Oak Ridge Boys is one of our favorites. Like when we first got together, that was the thing we did. We did harmonies, and we didn't realize we could do that. But that kind of, it just was our thing for So we're glad to be able to do that and bring it back to country music, and still do our thing with it. So.
And then we added Blanco on top of it, and it was like, woo!
It was up there.
Right. Exactly that falsetto, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, so as far as success at country radio is the Wild West right now.
Oh, man.
Like all sorts of stuff is, like hitting the top, there seems to be a different top number one single every week. So being able to have that kind of longevity and success on the charts.
Man, it's
a lot better than the alternative.
Yes, it is. No, we're thankful, man. Thankful for our fans and everybody that keeps supporting us and keeps our wheels turning. And man, it's just been, it's a journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So we just try to stick in there and work hard and try to, just blessing to be on country radio, man. It's a blessing.
Yeah. So thoughts then about the live show and when you get the whole crowd doing the harmony together? Because that's something that, honestly, like, the more I do this, like, I think about it, it's like an amazing thing.
The times when that happens, it's like it overtakes your whole mind and everything. When you hear that many people singing back in harmony, you can't compare that to anything. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So take me to a specific moment when that occurred. I'm fascinated by this.
The very first time that we realized when our first number one Carolina was coming out was the first time we were playing in front of 5,000 people underneath the tent in Ohio, and we went to the breakdown chorus, and they all just lit it up, lit the whole tent up, louder than we were. You could hear the harmonies going on. You could hear the crowd, everybody singing it, and I was like, to have that happen for the first time is an amazing experience. But I was like, oh man, we got something here.
True choir sing behind you. There's only 4 of us, so we're only at most singing 4-part harmony. Usually only 3. When you have 5,000 people singing, sometimes you're having multiple harmonies going on. It's amazing.
Right. So final question, I wanted to ask you guys thoughts about what this means as far as the success for pushing you guys forward into the future. Like, there has been another record coming. There has to be like a greater expectation. Thoughts about that?
We are definitely writing for the next project. We're going to be out touring as much as possible. We're writing a book to just telling people about our trials and tribulations.
I was going to say, what's the book about?
Well, it's an inspirational book about letting people know if they're creators or artists or musicians, like, hey, just because this hadn't happened at this point in your career doesn't mean it's not going to happen, and kind of give them some examples of all that stuff we've been through, because we've been through some crazy ups and downs and crazy stories. You wouldn't believe some of the stuff. So we wanted to just kind of document it so that hopefully somebody can read it and be inspired to say, okay, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to keep doing this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. I'll let you get inside. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Here we go. What's up, dog? I don't know. Fuck it.
Good. Let's go.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're live with the Tennessean, my friend.
I like it. Hey, Tennessean.
Yes, sir. So, hosting the 2022 CMT Music Awards.
Yes.
Talk to me about this occasion for yourself.
It's dope, man. You know, I'm a big country music fan, so for them to ask me to do it is an honor. I'm just excited to meet everybody and see the performances.
Right, so Kelsey Ballerini's not going to be there tonight, but you're going to have Kane Brown with you on stage?
Yeah, I called my man Kane. He came through, you know, because he's local. So, you know, he picked up the slack in a day's notice and just stepped in.
So for viewers tonight on CBS, there will be two African-American gentlemen hosting the 2022 CMT Music Awards. This is unprecedented in the genre. Thoughts
100%.
about that?
You know, the great thing about country music is it's evolved a lot since, you know, we were kids. And there's so much diversity. There's so many people from different backgrounds, males and females, now making country music, that it makes sense that the show should reflect what the music culture looks like now. So, you know, it was, like I said, it was an honor to be asked to do it. Now that it's Kane, you know, we're going to put some salt and pepper in that gumbo and get it popping.
I respect it. So take me into the moment, the exact moment when you realized that country music was for you.
I was about 7 years old. Kenny Rogers did this movie where he was a race car driver. He was in a Winnebago with his kids. And, you know, it's Kenny Rogers.
Right, of course.
You know? And from that movie, he had all this music in the movie. And from that movie, I became a big fan of Kenny Rogers. So since the time I was 8 years old, I've always loved country, be it Dolly, you know, I'm from New Orleans, so be it Dolly Parton, be it Kenny Rogers, be it Willie Nelson, all those guys. I really just love their music coming up because it was storytelling.
Absolutely. So final question, when you listen to country radio right now, what are you listening to? What are you into?
This dude, man,
That's Breland over there,
I'm
by
a
the
big Breland fan, man. His new album, he did something really interesting and funky with a mixture of country with a gospel feel. Like, I love the idea of recontextualizing an art, and it's dope. I love it. And Eastern Corbin, I'm a big fan of his. I feel like he's one of those dudes that kept country.
Yes.
And his sound is amazing. And, you know, he just, you know, I'm one of those dudes, when I was a kid, I used to listen to country music and write the lyrics down like a note and give them to my girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
You know, all that stuff, like now, I still do that with Eastern Corbin. I write out his lyrics and, you know, hey, that was me right there.
I respect it. So I'm going to let you get us out and host. It was a pleasure to finally speak with you.
Definitely, man. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.
All right. Oh, absolutely. Sir.
How's it going?
It's an honor, privilege, and a pleasure. You're live with the Tennessean.
All right.
Absolutely. So.
We got Billy and Gilly.
Oh, my gosh. Hello. How are you? Good. Okay, so tell me about ZZ Top's connection with country music.
Well, you know, it goes back quite a ways. ZZ Top with roots in Texas.
Absolutely.
Kind of grew up with a little bit of everything surrounding us, but certainly country music was not to be ignored. It was always right there.
Right. So there's songs like Tush, and that really, like, to me, have that big, you know, really like deep country rhythm section in there.
Oh yeah.
Thoughts about that when you were recording those iconic songs and, you know, keeping the country in the rock, which I feel like something that you guys were very well known for.
Well, it started even on our very first record. The engineer was leaning country, and he taught me how to play steel guitar.
Right.
And I said, okay, we're going to do it.
Yeah. So, Chapel Hart Band. They're inside right now, and I just spoke to them earlier.
Oh, wow.
You did the video for Jesus and Alcohol with them.
Oh, yeah.
So I definitely wanted to ask you about that.
I was the preacher.
Yes, you were.
That needed a teacher.
So tell me about, like, you know, being able to be, like, referenced by, you know, newer, younger country acts, and how does that feel for you?
Well, when we met, Chapel Hart was being kind of touted as the up-and-coming.
Right.
I had no clue the depth of their talent until meeting them. And we were at a hotel, and this is before the shoot was beginning, and all three girls, on the count of three, went into a harmony that was to beat the band. It was right then and there, I knew. That's good.
Right. So as far as your favorite country star of the past that you had the best times with, every time you guys were in the same town, it was guaranteed. that was going to be a good night on the town?
Man, when we go back as far as the days of George Jones, Johnny Cash, some of the old timers that were still around.
Timeless, not old timers. Timeless.
And now the field has grown to the. You better stay in touch because it's every day something shows up that's absolutely astounding. It's pretty wild.
Right. So I'm going to let you get inside. It was an honor, and privilege, and a pleasure to speak with you.
Good to see
These house
you.
one of my favorite groups of all time.
Indeed. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Cool.
So Chapel Heart, I'm going to go check them out.
Yeah. Yes.
Leanne Ryan's right behind you.
Oh, absolutely.
Can we come over after?
Yeah.
I think we're going to go hang out. I know Kenny is having a party afterwards, but I'm going to try to jump in Breland's car and hang out with him. He's famous down here, but he don't know me. So I'm getting in his car and he's going to have to take me with me so he's sick. Exactly.
Thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate it. Have fun out there.
Definitely. Have a go.
Thank you.
Excuse me, guys.
Just for background, it's her 25th anniversary. She just announced a new album, and she's going on tour. Yes. Sorry, what's your name?
Marcus Dowling. How's it going?
Easy, Nancy.
Marcus Dowling with the Tennessean.
Nice to see you. Okay.
Yes. So, Tennessean live stream.
Yes.
Iconic legend of R&B, soul, popular
Thank you.
music. Monica, how are you doing?
I'm doing incredibly well. Excited?
Yes. Foremost, welcome to country music.
Thank you.
It's been a long time coming.
Yes.
And take me into what it's been like working with Jimmie Allen and with Little Big Town as far as your performance tonight.
You know what? It was really amazing because they were all so welcoming And they made sure that I felt comfortable. But this record that we sang together called Pray is one that's really near and dear to my heart because it's the one thing that's kept me throughout my life, no matter what I'm experiencing. Staying encouraged, staying positive, staying focused is just something that I've always talked about. So to be able to sing a song like Pray on this type of platform with both Jimmie and Little Big Town, it's next level. It's a 9-year-old's dreams coming true. Always wanted to sing country, but never knew the first time would be at this level.
So explain to the people that you've been around Nashville a little bit. You've been circling around our beloved genre and this lovely city. You can explain the thing that keeps you coming back.
You know, I love the hospitality here. I'm born and raised in Georgia, so this is very similar in that. And then Brandy Carlisle and I are working on my country album, Open Roads, and it was important to be here and to understand every facet of the music and working with different writers, Natalie Hemby, and trying to link up and see if Miranda Lambert would be interested in writing for me. And doing things like that is really me taking all of it very seriously and doing exactly what needs to be done to make sure that it sounds incredible.
Right, so can you explain to the people out here that there is literally no difference between an R&B songwriter and a country songwriter, once and for all?
You know, for me, I think that a great writer can write anything.
Right.
When you look at a record like For You I Will, Diane Warren has written several types of songs and records and music for so many of us. I think people start stamping genres on it to be safe. But for us, creativity is not something we're safe about. We step out in a fearless nature. So there is no difference. A great writer is a great writer, and you cannot take that from them.
Exactly. So 9-year-old Monica being on the red carpet of the CMT Music Awards. Tell me that doesn't cause like the goose pimples still.
No, it caused it. As soon as I stepped out, I saw the legendary judge. Just overwhelmed would be the right word. You know, I'm used to my area, but I'm stepping out of my comfort zone as well. You know, I don't just talk about it. I got to do it. So when I see all of these greats and then they're encouraging me to get up there and do what I do best, it just means a lot.
Right. So final question. Can we expect you walking this red carpet next year with some nominations under your belt?
Claiming it in the name. Claiming it.
Now, you see, I'm the kind of reporter that's going to ask you this question literally next year.
And when I see you next year, if I have not been nominated, that means I'm here to have a meeting or take the stage by storm again in some facet, because I don't give up. You know, I always tell people one no could lead to a million yes. So, you know, we're going to make sure we get the records out, and if they're done in time, I'll be back with nominations, but I'll definitely be back.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
It's an honor, privilege, and pleasure to welcome you officially to our beloved country music.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. obviously.
Guys, they're grabbing us to go in the building. We have a minute? Come over here. Bobby Bobby.
All right, Tennessean faithful, we're about to head inside to start the 2022 CMT Music Awards on, hello Tennessee faithful, it's Marcus K. Dowling, the Nashville Country Music Reporter, and we're about to head inside here at the 2022 CMT Music Awards to start the programming on CBS and Paramount Plus if you're streaming. So you've seen a lot of stars here and a lot more stars on the inside, so please stay tuned for more coverage from the Tennessean.